Hi, Gemma here. 4 reasons why you should read the book of Revelation, regardless of what you have been told about controversies and the like. Reason number 1, God authored the book. The Bible tells us in Revelation chapter 1 verse 1, it says the revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to show unto his servants, that's you and I, things which must shortly come to pass. Reason number 1, God is the author and he gave it to Jesus to show to us. Reason number 2, a promised blessing. In verse 3 of Revelation chapter 1, it says, blessed is the one who reads the words of this prophecy, who hears it, who observes it. The word observe, or sometimes translated as to keep, is the word tereo in the Greek, which means to observe, to pay careful attention to. It says, blessed is the one who reads the words of this prophecy, who hears, it says who reads, and those who hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written in it, for the time is near. Reason number 2, the blessing attached to reading, hearing, keeping the words of this prophecy. Reason number 3, the time is near. Regardless of what dates have been thrown out there, if you observe what is going on in the world, you know that we're approaching the time of the end. Things are being rolled out on a daily basis, which makes it clear that we are near the end of time, or at least near the end of time as regards the end of the dispensation of the church and the imminent return of Jesus Christ thereafter at the end of a 7-year period of trouble. So the Bible tells us the third reason is because the time is near. Reason number 4, Jesus commanded it. It says, I'll read from verse 9 of Revelation 1. It says, I, John, both your brother and companion in the tribulation and kingdom and patience of Jesus Christ, was on the island that is called Patmos for the word of God and for the testimony of Jesus Christ. I was in the Spirit on the Lord's day, and I heard behind me a loud voice, as of a trumpet, saying, I am the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last. And what you see, write in the book and send it to the 7 churches. Jesus said, what you see, write in a book and send it to the 7 churches. Any pastor that says we don't read the book of Revelation, any church that says we don't read the book of Revelation, for whatever reason, including it's controversial, people never agree about it, we are not sure about what it says, it seems to be figurative, it seems to be literal, we can never agree about it, we argue too much about it, regardless of the excuse. Anybody who chooses not to read the book of Revelation is walking in disobedience before God. I don't mean to sound arrogant. I don't mean to sound angry. If I have come across as angry, I apologize. That's not my intention. I'm simply saying when a person refuses to read the book, the person is walking in direct disobedience to the Lord. Because it says in Revelation chapter 1, verse 11, it says, saying, so this is the Son of God. It says, John said, I was in the Spirit on the Lord's day, and I heard behind me a loud voice as of a trumpet saying, I am the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last. And what you see, write in a book and send it to the 7 churches which are in Asia, Ephesus, Smyrna, Pergamos, to Thyatira, to Sardis, to Philadelphia, and to Laodicea. Now somebody will probably say, well, they didn't call the church of LA, they didn't call the church of Montrose, they didn't call the church of Lagos, they didn't call the church of Durban, they didn't call the church of Doha, they didn't call the church of Riyadh, wherever. What we perhaps do not realize is that these churches were selected as a model for all churches, for all history, at all times, and in every and any generation. So, in as much as it was sent to those 7 churches, it was sent to you and to me. It says, John, it says in verse 11, saying, I am the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last, and what you see, write in the book and send it to the 7 churches which are in Asia. So, reason number 1 for reading the book, the revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave him to show his servants. God gave it to Jesus to show you and I. So when we don't read it, we're telling God we're not particularly interested in what he gave to Jesus to give to us. I don't think we're wiser than him. Reason number 2, the promised blessing. Revelation chapter 1 verse 3. Reason number 3, the time is near. Again, Revelation chapter 1 verse 3. And reason number 4, which you find in verses 9 to 11, Jesus commanded John to write down what he saw and to send it to the 7 churches, and by extension to you and I. God in his kindness gave us the book. Let us take time to read it, to hear it, to adhere to it, to observe it, to pay careful attention to it, because the time is at hand. God bless you. Have a lovely rest of your day.